Hey everyone, Mango7Roll here. How we doing today? Welcome to another episode of Epic 7, and this is the pre-RTA video. And what we're doing for RTA this season when we're climbing a master, I have done a couple placements just for funsies, but I messed around in them and I lost one. So what we're doing this time to try to give you an idea, not of like the average player, because the average player I feel would have better units that I'm going to use, but maybe average gear level, but they might even be better than that. I'm not sure. Basically, what we're going to show you is we can use a bunch of trash and get to master is the plan. So my, in quotes, rules for this is I am not using anybody I usually use. So anybody I usually use is out. I'm also not using anybody meta. So anybody you would see regularly or even like semi-often, I'm not using. And number 3 is I'm not unequipping any of my like regularly used heroes. So I'm not taking my best gear. I'm using gear that's just leftover, and you're going to be able to tell by some of these units because they are bad. So to start things off with, let's just show you the units, and then I'm going to decide how to do the battles. Perhaps we'll not using RB, but perhaps you guys can let me know if you want to see like the entire thing or select battles, or what do you want to see? Because I think with units like these, pick and ban might be useful to watch and at least like enjoy, but at the same time it adds like 3 minutes to every battle. It's ridiculous. So I'm not using Luluka, and you can see here I haven't touched their gear. All their gear is the same. I will have to touch artifacts. That's something I can't really do. So keep that in mind. Landy. So here's the first one we plan to use. I haven't set up artifacts or exclusives yet, and I haven't reforged gear. I'm not sure if I'm going to, but I might. And you can see 2 glaring problems here, right? Already. 3. 1, it's Litica. 2, she's got a level 70 piece on. 3, she's got basically no skill up. So this is the set we're using for her. A little bit of attack, a little bit of crit damage, a little bit of crit rate. And the thing is, you might think, wow, at least she can like AoE crit and boost up CDOM. Nope, can't use CDOM, so that's a problem. But anyway, let me just go through the gear really quickly here. You can pause if you want to see any. My plan for her is just to kind of shut people down at the start, because she does decrease buff duration, specifically targeting somebody like, I don't know, like a Charles that doesn't have any effect resistance or something like that. She's not going to survive either, but she has skill nullifier, and I have plans to pair with her as well. Corinna's in my dungeon team, can't use that. Violet is another one we geared up. We have him as semi-speedy, semi-crit, semi-damage, semi-attack, semi-defense. I really wanted to get a flat defense piece for him, but I didn't. I really wanted to get a flat defense piece for him, but I didn't, because unfortunately, God, that's good. Because I didn't, it even matches the equipment. I didn't have any. So this is what we're doing here. Also kind of wanted a lifesteal set, but I couldn't get that either. So that's what we did. Lilibet we're not going to use. We're not going to use Lilibet. We're not going to use Cease. We might use SPA. I might make an exception here. Look at that face. I can't say no to that. We might use Mort as well. Let me know if he's meta or anything, if anybody uses him, but I use him for a single expedition. So maybe I'll throw him in, but I'm not sure. Edda's one I'm undecided on yet. I kind of put her on semi-lackluster gear, again, just because that's how I wanted to do this. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using her or not. We then have Kawana with a whopping 8,200 health and 8,900 890 defense, so that's iffy, but she's 232 speed, and the idea is she's just going to protect herself, and hopefully that's what happens. It also looks like she's crying, which is probably thematically correct to how badly she's going to get bullied. But this is all of the things, and I'm a little worried about Kawana, but I wanna try it out before and after the nerf. That's very important to me to see if it made any theoretical difference. And you might say our stats are really low, but that's because her base stats are flipping so atrocious, and she needs everything. It's tough. Euphine is another one I wasn't sure of if I should use or not. I put her on a weird counter set just because because I could. No crit rate, but we're going for RNG with her, and Hellcutter, of course. basically I had a counter set and she was the only one, well, I had a counter set in quotes that could use it. So can't use Alencia here. Wanderer Silk is another one we built, 245 speed, about the same defenses. That's one of the big problems with a lot of these units, is their defenses are just so low. Near 100% crit rate, some crit damage, some attack. We wanted to do some damage, but we don't really care how much. Probably going to use the speed for all allies for 2 turns here. And again, none of these are really reforged. There's some pieces that are really good. Like you can see this one here is pretty decent. But in general, stuff that is not really too great. MLK we left the same. Eufine we left the same as well, because I actually do use Eufine a lot. So I'm not sure if this is somebody I'm going to use, because I do use her a decent amount, even with this not so great gear. CC obviously can't use, Lilies can't use. Carrot we did equip as well, just in some, I don't even know what I was doing here, but that's kind of the problem. When you run out of gear, you don't know what you're doing, so you just kind of slap it on there. Like this baby can hold so much defense and health and nothing else, but this is the gear that we're working with here. Araminta, same kind of thing here. Speed immunity with 150 speed. The idea for her is get lucky with Edeka's. Once you get 1 turn, you have 50% CR here, and then you could just get lucky with Edeka's and cycle that, and you don't need speed. But she doesn't have any damage either, so I don't even know. I tried. Bringing back Cartuja here as well. Yeah. Just because somebody needed to use lifesteal, because I had some pieces of gear. So this is what we did. Lifesteal crits, sure. Luna we're not using. Doris we're not using. Crow we're not using. Mui here is another one that we are building up. I do use her semi-recently, or semi a lot in the past, but I haven't recently. So I make it an exception for her because I love her. Deal with it. These are the stats here. 238 speed, pretty good defenses here, pretty good attack. So she's just kind of gonna do a little bit of all of the things here. And we have the 30% or 35% chance to go twice. And again, if I reforged, like this piece is really good, but if I reforged this and something else, it'd be a lot better. We're not gonna use G Purgus. Not using Destina, not using TG, not using Dien. Here is the Maya. Really low defense, but there was nothing I could do about it. I had nothing to really throw on. Enough ER to resist all of the non-effectiveness people, which is what I was going for here. And basically just going to use her as a semi-disruptor that's really slow. I wanted her on a counter set, but I couldn't do it. All of my counter set was just attack stuff, right? So it was really tough. Cam, we can't use. Flan, I'm not sure if people use her. You can see my speed kind of tops out at like 230 to 250, just because that's kind of what I was going for. My idea is to hope a lot of people either try to outspeed me and I tank them, or just try to go like an average speed and look like I'm going an average speed and then have me outspeed them and win. So that's kind of the plan. She's a little bit tanky. She does stuff here. Sure. Shuri, oh my god. I don't know what we're doing with Shuri, but it's spicy. We're running him on kind of like a revenge Vertiheel set, lol, is the plan here. We've got counter immunity and 93 crit rates, some HP, some defense, and imprint here, and hopefully we're just gonna counter somebody, surprise them, and voila. Judge Kisei, there's no way I can run a slow DPS unit with this because I can't use Ox slots or CDOM or anything. So I built her. I think I was building her and I was like, you know what, I can't even do this, you know, like I can't get her to work. But my idea was to be speedy and effective, so possibly here I can throw in a 10 speed neck here, go up to 245 speed, hopefully have an HP or defense main and have her be a little bit tanky, and just have her start off with disruption with dispels here, because if you notice I have a lot of people around 230 speed, which I'm going to use for disruption. Hopefully that's good. Bringing back Angelica. 173 speed, 17k HP, 1600 defense, 117 ER. Worse than my Angelica a long time ago. I still haven't upgraded this, so that's something I will do for sure. This piece is bonkers. This is like half of her gear set right here. Lots we're not going to use because unfortunately I use them all the time. Same with Oxlots. This is the one piece of gear I believe I took is Oxlots' weapon for Angelica because I just could not make a set work outside of that. And we have Inos here as well. Wasn't sure what to do. I couldn't get her faster while being tanky, so we just went semi-fast and hopefully that's going to be okay. And that's it for now. So these are the other units down here that I can still use. If you want them built, let me know, and let me know how you want them built, and I can try to make it work. I have a lot of good DPS gear left, but that's about it. Dollbaker Horizon is somebody we can use. We can use Chaos Inquisitor. We can use Wanda here. Nobody uses Wanda, right? We can use Guide Aether, which is somebody I've been putting gear on and off the whole time, but I think I need really good gear to make him work. I might actually make an exception and have him with really good gear just so I can use him because I really do want to use him. I just couldn't. Chloe, I mean, that's a thing we could do. Cecilia, Bologna was another person I was trying to consider using, especially with the stealth artifact. Carmen, Rose, Ervalin, Iseria. Armin's another one I will build. That's definitely something I will build. I just ran out of time this morning and I wanted to show y'all my progress. Elfelt, Kikarat, Misty Chain, maybe Lilibet. Do people use Lilibet? If not, I'll throw her in. And we're down to the wire here. I was also considering making a counter villager just for funsies, but probably not going to do that. Yeah, so those are all the units. I will build Glenn as well, but the problem is we can't do any Oxlot shenanigans. So the only way I could really think of to keep Glenn alive, because he's got some health here and some defense, is to have him kinda get buffed up by a bajillion HP Bastion of Prelucius. So that was my plan there. And I will build up Roaming Warrior Leo as well, probably in about a 230 speed range just to go right after my Dispellers. So yeah, is this gonna work? I don't know. We'll try it out. I keep telling people you can lose your way to Masters, so we're gonna figure it out together. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe as always, and I'll talk to you later. Bye everybody.